In post-war Germany, food was more than just nourishment. It was survival, comfort, and tradition all rolled into one. For working-class families, the kitchen was the beating heart of the household, a place where simple, hearty meals fueled long shifts in factories, construction sites, and offices. These dishes weren't fancy, but they were filling, affordable, and deeply tied to the culture of everyday Germans. In this video, we'll take a nostalgic journey back to 10 classic meals of the German working man. From stews that warm the body in winter to sandwiches eaten quickly during a break, these dishes tell the story of resilience, thrift, and community. Stay with me until the end. You might just rediscover a meal your parents or grandparents once loved. Number 1. Kartoffelsuppe or potato soup. Few dishes are as deeply German as this one. Cheap, versatile, and comforting, potato soup was a staple in many working-class homes. Families made it in big pots with potatoes, onions, leeks, and carrots, often thickened with cream or milk if it was available. Some added sausages, bacon, or leftover ham for extra flavor. But at its core, it was simple and satisfying. Kartoffelsuppe wasn't just a meal, it was a way to stretch the budget while still providing warmth and nourishment. For many Germans, especially in the colder months, a steaming bowl of this soup was the highlight of the day. Number 2. The famous Eintopf. Literally meaning one pot, this dish was about efficiency and practicality. You threw in whatever you had: lentils, beans, cabbage, potatoes, and the cheapest cuts of meat. It simmered for hours, filling the house with a smell that promised a hearty dinner. Eintopf was especially popular in the 1960s and 70s, when money was tight but mouths were many. It fed whole families and left enough leftovers for the next day. Every household had its own version, and no two were the same. Number 3. Currywurst with fries. Invented in Berlin in the late 1940s, it quickly became a working man's favorite by the 1960s. Cheap sausage, sliced up and covered in a spiced tomato curry sauce, paired with a paper tray of fries. It was hot, filling, and perfect for a quick lunch during a break. It wasn't fancy cuisine, but it captured the spirit of post-war Germany. Resourceful, flavorful, and a little exotic, thanks to the curry powder. To this day, it's a cultural icon. Number 4. Erbsensuppe or pea soup. Made from dried peas, carrots, celery, and smoked pork or sausage, this was one of the cheapest and most nourishing dishes you could prepare. It's dense, packed with protein, and stays good for days. Perfect for factory workers needing strength for long shifts. In many households, a giant pot of pea soup would be cooked on Sunday and reheated throughout the week. By Wednesday, it tasted even better. Number 5. The humble Butterbrot. A slice of bread with butter and perhaps some cheese, ham, or sausage. It sounds almost too simple, but for decades it was the standard breakfast or packed lunch for millions of German workers. Wrapped in grease-proof paper, it sat in lunch boxes or coat pockets, waiting for the morning break. Whether topped with Leberwurst, cheese, or just sprinkled with salt and radish slices, the Butterbrot was reliable, affordable, and deeply German. Number 6. Kohlrouladen. Cabbage leaves stuffed with minced meat, onions, and breadcrumbs, then simmered in broth or tomato sauce. This dish took time to prepare, but it made the cheapest ingredients feel like a feast. Working families often made them on Sundays, when there was time to cook in bulk. The leftovers were reheated during the week, each roll soaking up more flavor from the sauce as the days passed. Number 7. Frikadellen with potato salad. Think of it like the German cousin of the hamburger. Ground meat mixed with onion, breadcrumbs and egg, shaped into patties and pan-fried. Paired with creamy potato salad, it was a dish that worked for dinner, lunch boxes, or even picnics. For many German families, this was the ultimate comfort food, simple, hearty, and loved by kids and adults alike. Number 8. Sauerkraut with Kassler, or smoked pork chops. Sauerkraut, made from fermented cabbage, has long been a cornerstone of German cuisine. Cheap, full of vitamins, and lasting for months in storage, it was perfect for working households. When paired with salty, smoky pork and boiled potatoes, it became a classic meal that filled stomachs and boosted spirits, especially in winter. Number 9. Herring in cream sauce with potatoes. Fish was often the cheaper option compared to fresh meat, and herring was especially popular. Pickled or preserved, it was combined with sour cream, onions, and sometimes apples. Served cold with boiled potatoes, it was quick, refreshing, and surprisingly filling. This was particularly popular in northern Germany, where fish was always part of the diet of working families. Number 10. The ultimate quick workers' meal. Bockwurst with a bread roll and mustard. Whether from a street stand or brought from home, this was fast food before fast food. Cheap, satisfying, and handheld. Perfect for workers who only had a few minutes to eat before heading back to the job. It wasn't glamorous, but it was practical. And for many, the taste of a warm sausage in a crusty roll is pure nostalgia. These 10 classic meals tell the story of German working life from the 1960s through today. They weren't about luxury or trendiness, but about making the most of what you had and turning simple ingredients into lasting memories. So, which of these dishes do you remember? Have you eaten any of them, or do you still cook them today? Share your memories in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into Germany's past, from food and culture to the everyday life that shaped a generation.